AITA for not telling my wife where her son has been hiding. I am not Oop. Oop is you, Intelligent Emu 9242. He posted in r, am I the asshole? I fixed a few spelling and grammatical errors for readability. Fun fact to cover up spoilers. Considering this guy's username, I thought I'd pick emus. Emus can run up to 31 miles per hour. They also have 2 sets of eyelids, one for blinking and one to keep out the dust. I highly recommend looking up the Great Emu War if you want to learn about a weird part of history. Trigger warning. I don't think there are any, but let me know if you think there should be. Less than. Mood spoiler. Things are looking up, but there are still some unanswered questions. Less than. Original post. January 8, 2023. Just for clarification, I've been with my wife for 5 years. Married for 4.5. I have a daughter. Me and my wife have 2 kids together, and she has Leo, 16M, who she was adamant that I would not parent when we got together. I was fine with that since his dad is still in his life. Leo and his mother don't get on. Never have. Arguments happen often and he tries to ignore her. It's just him. None of our other kids. I've tried to talk to her about it, but she just says that he's not my son. 2 years ago I had to get my daughter's toy from the roof of our house and found him sat up there in a spot you could not see from the ground, listening to music and reading a book. He looked scared when I saw him. I just gave him a smile, then threw the toy down to my daughter. A couple days later we were the only ones home and he came to me to talk about it. I told him that I get why he needs some time to himself. What he is doing will not damage the roof and there is no way for him to fall off the roof where he sits or the path he takes to get there. Out his window. Also, it's not like he is sneaking up there to drink or smoke. Plus my wife has said not to parent him. So I don't have an issue with it and I won't say anything. I did say something to him when I noticed he started bringing a boy up there. I just told him to make sure he is quiet when talking and to not do anything stupid. There have been times where his mother needed him, couldn't find him and would just assume he was out. But I knew he wasn't, but again I didn't say anything. Fast forward to now. About a week ago my wife installed a tracker app on all our kids' phones due to it getting darker in the afternoon, when they are out. Plus one of her friends recently did the same with her kids. Well, today she was looking for Leo and couldn't find him. Assuming he was out, she checked his location and he was in the house. She started searching and yelling for him. He heard and quickly climbed down the outside of the house to the drive. He then walks in the house and pretends that he was just out with some friends and got back and that I knew he was out. I cover for him sometimes. Well, even though it is actually completely plausible that it would show his location as in the house if he was just walking up to it, she wasn't convinced and came to me, demanding to know where Leo. I said that he told me that he had been out with friends, but I just saw him walk up the driveway. Both true. She clearly wasn't happy about my answer and has been threatening more surveillance and grounding Leo, and she's also saying I'm tough for not telling her. I didn't think I was in the wrong, but after thinking it over while I was just trying to look out for Leo, I did overstep her boundaries as a parent. So AITA? Relevant comments. Is bio dad in the picture and a healthy parent? Yes. Leo and him get on great and he never seems distant or reluctant when it's his dad's turn to have him. Plus I've met the guy quite a bit, but only for short times, and he seems nice. He also trusts his dad, as there are things he has only told me and his dad. Isn't the roof unsafe? His spot is nestled between 2 inclines. Kind of like a valley since we have an extension. So he can't fall off either side. And it's only 1 story. He gets there through his 2nd story window. Does son know there is a tracking app on the phone? He does know. He just didn't think it would matter, as she said she wouldn't check it often. Oop is voted NTA. Update post. January 12, 2023. Me and my wife had a serious talk. I told her that while I have no intent to replace his father, it is ridiculous that I have no say when it comes to Leo since he lives in my house. I also told her that her behavior towards Leo is smothering and that if she keeps up like this she will drive him away. When I said that I think it really hit her, she started to listen more and was a lot more receptive to what I had to say. I told her that the tracking app was a violation of their privacy and that if she wants to keep them then she must let them. My eldest daughter and Leo. Our other kids are young enough where I think tracking them is okay. Turn it on and off. If she wants to know where they are she can call or text them. She tried to get me to tell her where Leo has been hiding. I told her I'm not telling her. I have gained Leo's trust and having an adult round that he can confide in and trust will be very helpful while she's trying to repair her relationship with him. Also, I told her to think about how far she's pushing him if he needs to find a place to hide from her. I told her that we should look into therapy, both as a couple and just for her, as it will be able to help her deal with her emotions and help her on her path to reconnect with her son. At the end of this we had a look at local therapists and she also sat down with Leo and let him tell her how he feels, promising him he can say anything and he won't be in trouble. I'm also going to be having a talk with Leo, just so he knows I'm here for him. Also to tell me or his dad if anything happens and to tell him that while his mother wants to make things right, things can happen on his timeline. And he doesn't have to do anything, forgive anything or talk about anything that he is not ready for yet. It's only a start and we still have a way to go as a family, but I think this is a step in the right direction. Thank you for your help. Also, I wanted to answer a few questions I was getting on my original post. Yes, she parents my daughter. Because I let her. Leo's dad and I are on friendly terms, but he wasn't aware of a lot of this happening as Leo hadn't told him. My daughter is 15 and my younger two are both 4. Not twins. The elder one turns 5 very soon and my youngest only recently turned 4. The kids did know about the tracker but they didn't really get a choice in it. Yes, me and my wife marries after only being together for 6 months. It was kinda an ultimatum I was given, but I didn't really mind Leo as the spitting image of his father. But I don't think the resemblance caused the issues like some of you suggested. But I don't know for sure since my wife never gave me an answer when I tried to find out why. Relevant comments. What was this ultimatum? She was pregnant and said she would go back to her family, who live in a different country, while she was pregnant and not let me see the child unless we got married and moved in together. One clarification on sharing his sexuality. I did initially leave it out of my original, but the vagueness of the topic caused debate and arguments in the comments. That's why I included it. My wife does not use Reddit and I have permission from my son to mention to others that he is gay, as long as I do not tell his mother. I find the mother's approach to things unsettling. Good on him. I remember reading this. His wife though, not so sure about her. I like Oop. Oop is a good very person and the sort of adult Leo needs right now. What is bothering me is the fact he finds his stepdad okay to tell him about his sexuality and he feels comfortable but not his mother. What is this mother doing? If Leo doesn't want his mom to know he's gay, I bet he has a good reason. She was pregnant and said she would go back to her family, who live in a different country, while she was pregnant and not let me see the child unless we got married and moved in together. This, along with the trackers, make OOP's wife seem very manipulative. 4 and 5 years olds with phones and tracking apps? Shouldn't you know where your kids are at that age? Can we talk about only marrying because of an ultimatum, or nah? Even when he was asked not to parent the kid, he was so good of a person. He became a very trusted parental figure the kid can confide in. I like Oop and am happy for the kid to have such a cool guy as a third parent. Mom is smothering, but has no idea that he's gay, and wouldn't be comfortable with it. So we have motive for why the mom is controlling, and I betcha it involves denial and bigotry. The ultimatum. That's not alarm bells, that's a nuclear rocket siren. So she basically forced him to marry her? She sounds like a nasty person in general. Poor Oop to be stuck with someone like her. And it seems like not even her son likes her. Hopefully he gets to move out whenever that's possible for him. I like that I can tell this is an Aussie story just by reading the tone of it. Also, the being on the roof thing is pretty normal here from when I was growing up. Last paragraph makes my heart happy. Op calls him, my son. That's a good man right there. Loves that kid with his whole soul. That's good people. I have so many questions about OOP's wife. And I don't even know where to start. I hope she takes therapy seriously. Wow. She threatened to move to another country and never let him see his kid unless he married her? Sounds like baby trapping to me. Especially considering how fast it happened. I feel for the guy and definitely for the son. I'm really happy the kid has a mature adult who has their back in their life. I love how supportive the stepdad is, just shows what a great dad he is. The ultimate irony of, you won't parent my kid, resulting in the dude actually being a better parent. LMAO. Leo appreciates Oop more than he'll ever know.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.